Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 29th of November 2025. This is my weekly analysis video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So, pardon me. Welcome everyone. Thank you for watching. If you do like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's always appreciated. I hope everyone's weekend's going okay. It's actually a bit chilly here. I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam. It's the cold time of the year. But it's all good. It's saw a great band last night, so hopefully go out and catch some more live music tonight. It's all good. All right, let's get into it. This week, instead of doing the normal watch list that I look at every week, I'm going to look at these are daily charts. This is my DCA watch list. So it's basically the same setup. It's still the high probability setup to take trades, the QMP filter, the MACD Platinum, but I've also got the QQE displayed on the chart below. It's my priority on this watch list, but I'll still run through the high probability setups because most of them are high probability type trade setups. So it's just a different watch list. The one I do on the daily updates, which everyone's more than welcome to join on Facebook and Telegram, is on another one. There's not much happening on that one. There was a pound CAD buy trade from the 24th of November, was stopped out. And I'm also taking a USD CAD sell, but that's on a DCA trade. Doesn't normally qualify for my high probability rules. Just have to take the sell to help try and get out of a problem pair I'm in. Let's run through this. This is TradingView. I'm not a trade signal provider. This is my disclaimer. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just showing you how I look at the markets, how I trade. Just hopefully give you some ideas for your own trading. That's all. Don't follow me blindly. I make plenty of mistakes, even though the trading's going along pretty well at the moment on 8-hour and the daily charts. I do get in strife sometimes the way I trade. It's a high risk sort of way. I do trade a lot of the time without stops, etc. Not everyone agrees with it. I get that, but it's the way I trade and I'm comfortable trading that way. I've always got a plan, so I'm not sticking my head in the sand and hopefully things will work out. So let's get into it. Let's start off with one that's very messy, the Oz CAD. Now, just like my other watch list, I've got the same sort of notes, so I just keep track of things that get, the notes are on the chart, so anything that's S1 is all the sequence that starts with S1, so it's the sells in this case, and S2 in this case is the buys. So S1 started here, it was a sell, and that's a perfectly good high probability type trade. MACD Platinum well above the zero level, come down through the zero level. If you were trading that way, you would close half and put a stop in place, etc. I'm not. I'm looking for, this was for QQE trade for me, so my target on this is the 50 center the level there, the 50 level on the QQE. That's just the way I trade this. So I'm going to sell, a second sell, and a third sell. So it's 3 trades. There's a break even for the sells. There's that yellow line, that dashed line, yellow line there. And I've also taken 3 buys. So this was a MP buy. See the MACD Platinum's below the zero level. At the time, I think there might have been some divergence there. Took a buy. It's gone up, hit the previous high, basically came down, taking a second buy here. That's a good setup by itself also. And there's hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, my boy racer. So then I've taken another buy in here. So I've got 3 buys, and the break even for the buys is this yellow line here. So overall, I'm just hoping for a push in one direction. That's what I'm looking for. I've got 2 break even levels. Overall, I'm hedged because I've got the exact same amount trades, even though I've got 3 trades on each. They're hedging each other out. So looking at the MACD Platinum, I'm looking for a push to the buy side. If it gets up nice and high in the buys, I'll close out the buys or put partial close on most of the trades, and I'll look at maybe pruning some of the sell trades, then bringing it back to the sell side. That's the plan. A lot of talk for not much achievement there. All right, Oz Swiss. On Monday, this is a buy here. On Monday, I'm going to close half and put a stop in place there. So it's Monday, close half and stop at 52235. These are only small position size on this chart because this is hooked up to a JAGfx account. JAGfx, as you know, have got a risk engine themselves, so they have a look at my trading and how I'm going, and then they do a multiplier. So even though I'm submitting 0.04 to my actual MT5 platform, their risk engine at the moment is multiplying that by about 2.8, so it makes it a bigger position size. And I think this month I've actually got funded again, so it's good. The last week I pushed up nice and high. I should bring that up actually, hang on a sec. All right, just brought up my JAGfx. This is me, HXLU. I'm ranked about 542 at the moment, out of about 9,000 traders, so it's not too bad. If you want to get a discount on it, you just use this code up here on the top right. Now let's have a look. Had a good sort of, I've already got 60,000 euros under management, so it's no dramas. So you need a rating of 75 to qualify. So bang. See this was last week and it just shot up nicely. So this is from the start. Because I trade dollar cost averaging, I'm always going to have a drawdown until I get some traction. Then it's just a gradual grind up. And I went in a bit of a drawdown, but normally when you go into a drawdown on dollar cost averaging, the next push up is normally a decent move up. So that was good. That got me up nice and high. So you need a minimum rating of 75 to get funded. So I'll be funded this month. I missed out last month, but this month I will be. I'm trying to get into gold. There's my stats for gold. So I've got to get up another 7% profit and get this drawdown under control. So that's no problems at all. So there's my chart there, because now remember trading's finished for this month, even though it's still. So yeah, I had November I got 5.37%. So there's my stats since I started with this account, just to give you an idea. So I had a couple of losing months, nothing big, and nothing really huge winners either. So that's consistent. That's what you want. There's my stats, all my trades. I don't know what half that stuff means. For allocations, I think I'm getting a payout too this month, so it'll be good. Help pay the fees, because you pay JAGfx's monthly subscription. I think it's about $40 US or something. So if we have a look here, there we go. Yeah, so the current allocation is 60,000. So I made some profit, and I'll get 552 euros out of that. So that's all right. All right, let's get back on the charts. Got sidetracked there. So closing half on, this is an Aussie Swiss, closing half, stop and place. The reason why I'm closing, the MACD platinum's through the zero level. It was the day before, but I gave it one more day just to give it some profit, and it's gone up, so that's all good. Aussie New Zealand, I'm in a few trades from back here. See, this is the QQE trades. It still hasn't got to the 50 level, heading close now, and I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. So it's the Aussie New Zealand. That's my break even, that yellow. I just keep on taking sell trades until I get there. In the meantime, I could have taken this buy in here, and I probably did, so I've already taken a bit of profit. If you look at the shared spreadsheet, you'll see any trades amongst these, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a buy there in profit. That would have been a definite profit there. So I've locked in a little bit of profit already. And you can just have a look at these trades. They're all, that one there's not a high probability setup, but that one is, and that one is. All going against an uptrend though, and that one definitely is. Right, Aussie USD, I'm in a buy here. It's a MACD platinum buy. There's that's 65 cent level that we talk about every week. It's come down, bounced off there, got this support level here, took the buy, it's heading up, and there's hidden bullish divergence there also, so that's good. CAD Swiss, I'm going to sell here. It's a HP sell with divergence there, which is good. Then we've got this buy. I took that to hedge. It was just below the zero level, just. If you look at in the numbers here, when I put my cursor over it, you can see it's just the blue line, just the blue dot, sorry, and the orange line just below. So I took the buy. So I'm basically hedged at the moment, waiting for a trade signal in either direction, and I think it'll be the sell side because the MACD platinum is above the zero level. So I'll take a second bigger position, and I'll hopefully work it out from that. Euro Aussie, Now, because there was a sell here, I didn't take it because it doesn't fit my rules on this watch list. It's a valid high probability setup, but I don't take it because my main priority is the QQE trades on this watch list. And the only time I take a high probability setup or a trade based on the MACD Platinum is if there is divergence, which there isn't in this case, close but there's not, or it's a big round number like a resistance level or support level or something like that. And it wasn't, so I didn't take it. That's why it's not. It's just blank. And sometimes hindsight, yeah, I wish I should have taken it, but who knows. Right, USD CAD, I am taking a sell. What am I looking at? EuroCAD. What am I talking about? EuroCAD. I'm taking a sell here for this watch list. I'm in this buy here, which is this one here, MP buy. Now it didn't really get up and convince me to close. I couldn't close half. It just didn't take off or go through. So I've taken this sell here because there's that divergence there. So this one was based on divergence initially back here. Hidden bullish divergence. This one's regular, hidden bearish divergence there. I know it's a bit tricky to see, but it's definitely there. Took the sell. This buy I just ignored, and I'm taking this second sell on Monday. So what that's going to do is give me a second sell, trade 2. I'm going to have a break even just for the sells, and I'm going to have an overall break even. So that's what these lines are ready to go. I don't know whether, so this will be my overall break even. That'll be my break even just for the sells. So it's basically a hedge, a traditional hedging, like buy, hedge, sell, second sell. But it's just ask about the way it's done. Euro Swiss in a buy here. It's a nice setup. It was just a bit sketchy, but it just got under. If you look to the numbers on the left there on the MACD Platinum, it's just under, but I like the divergence there. So took that and it's paid off. It's gone up, closed half, stop in place. Just going to trail the stop up a little bit tighter probably. And in the meantime, drawing these trend lines in for potential divergence to the downside. Euro pound in a sell from over here. It's basically gone nowhere fast. It's a QQE sell. The QQE's through the 50 level. That's my Q. To close half, put the stop just above the 20 SMA. So can't lose on that. It's good. And in the meantime, setting up for potential hidden bullish divergence there, possibly. Euro New Zealand in a sell. This is a QQE trade, so it's still a valid high probability or MACD Platinum trade. And I drew this thinking this might go up the trend line. I drew that trend line there thinking it might go up and I'll get another, maybe a second chance to get in. But by the time I break the trend line, it's already through the original, so there's no use taking a second sell. It's going down nicely. Now, if you're in a high probability type setup, you're probably looking at closing half and putting a stop in place. Me, I'm aiming for the 50 level, so I'll give it another day or so. That's it. Euro New Zealand. Euro USD, bit of a sideways dog's breakfast. Took this original buy here, which is a valid high probability hidden bullish divergence setup. Regular bullish divergence. And it really didn't get up too high. It was a QQE trade because it was below the 40 level. So I'm looking for the 50 and it didn't quite get there. Even though if it was a high probability trade on my normal, I would have had a stop in place, and I think I did this, and it was stopped down for a small profit. It was just about a break even. This is a sell, so again we've got divergence, hidden bearish divergence there. Took the sell and it's gone nowhere fast. The MACD Platinum, this is MP, so I'm looking for the 0 level on the MACD Platinum. Didn't get to it, then there's a buy presented, and because I'm still under the 50, it's a QQE second buy. It's not a valid high probability setup, but for me, with this method system, it's a second QQE. So that gives me a break even for the buys, the yellow dash line, and the solid yellow lines for all three trades, overall break even. That's ideally you want to get through the yellow line, the solid yellow line, then I can start looking at some trade management. Pound Aussie in nothing at the moment, just waiting patiently. Red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level, but there's no red QMP filter dot yet, and it's a valid high probability setup, potentially setting up there. Big round number is a 2.000, that green dash line. Pound CAD, now this is what I was stopped out in a buy. If it was on my other watch list, I took a buy in here, then I took a second buy on a trend line break. So the trend line would have been across, I think it was across like that, something like that. So I took a second buy in here somewhere, and I already closed out one and a partial close on the second one, and it was stopped out. You can see on that grey, with the grey line, that spike down stopped me out. On the other watch list, so I'm no trades at the moment, potentially setting up. Again, hidden bearish divergence there. There's a red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level, hence the grey vertical line. Pound Swiss in several buys, so this was a sequence I started back here. And so first buy was there, second buy was there, and I'm pretty sure I took a sell in there, so I made some profit on that also. And I don't think I took a sell in there, I'm not sure. I don't think I did. No, I wouldn't have. But third buy was there, fourth buy, so there's that. In the meantime, start drawing trend lines in. I've already closed out most of these trades, partial close on trade 4, stop in place. Stop I could probably bring up a little bit higher. I'll give it another day or so. Generally, I like to trail a stop below the SMA 20. I'm looking for as much profit without being taking it too close, so that's my rules, and that's what I'll do. Hopefully we get a sell here. MACD platinum's above the 0 level, the QQE is heading up to the 60 level, so going well on the pound Swiss. Pound New Zealand, this was a little bit tricky, and I'm sort of kicking myself a little bit here. I've dropped the ball a bit. There was a sell in here, I didn't take it, even though it was a valid high probability. I probably should have taken it. And hindsight, because that's a fairly, even though it's not quite to the resistance level, it's still a resistance level on price there. And it came back up to it, and I should have got in again. I had opportunities to do so, but I didn't, so I missed it all. No big deal, but it's probably, I know hindsight, it's easy looking back on a chart and seeing what you should have, could have, would have done, but I didn't do it, so it's no big deal. So at least if we're not taking trades, we're not losing anything. So you've got a glass half full. Pound USD. Right, I've got to check this on Monday because I think it's getting a bit tight. So I took a buy here. That was just based on that support level. But it's a valid high probability setup on the MACD platinum. Second buy in there. And the MACD platinum still hasn't been above the 0 level, so third buy in there. So if you just dollar cost averaging. Now I'm not sure where the break even for that was at the time, but we didn't get there or close enough. Then there's a sell trade presented here. It's just above the 0 level. So it's a messy setup, but there was hidden bearish divergence there, and it's a bit tight, a bit messy. And I took that because I'm in these 3 buys, so I just needed a bit of a hedging there. Then it didn't go any further, didn't break this low here. Then a buy signal presented here. Now it's not a valid high probability setup, this buy, so it's not for that, but it is for my, because this has come down now and gone below the 40 level, I'm sort of in QQE mode now, so it's just broken the 50 on Monday and we're just at the overall break even or close to it. So on Monday, I just want to try and see where we're at with regards to swap fees, if we're actually positive. If we are, I might just look at closing all the trades and starting afresh on this pair. But we're definitely now in sell territory, the MACD platinum through the 0 level, and there's still going to be follow through on this hidden bearish divergence there. So, but hopefully Monday we'll get a clearer picture. I've just got a note, check on Monday on the open. And when I say open, the new daily candle for me opens at 5 a.m. local. I don't get out of bed at 5, I get out of bed about 6:30, and that's when I'll check it. So it just depends what happened in that 1.5 hours, if it gaps open or anything like that. All right, New Zealand CAD. I was getting excited and started writing notes to close some of these trades, but then I realised these 4 buys are all a QQE. So the initial one even though it's taken on it's a valid HP setup or MACD Platinum setup, it still hasn't hit the 50 level, and it still hasn't. It's very close, but not yet. So I'm just staying and taking buys until we get to the 50 level. And we've had a good move up in the last couple of days. This move was based on New Zealand interest rate news during the week. So the break even for all trades is there, and I did start writing scribbling some notes to close, but then I realised, the QQE is not through the 50 yet, so my rules, give it another day, got to get through the 50. I might regret that, but who knows. And in the meantime, we've got potential hidden bearish divergence forming. Been a lot of hidden divergences lately. This is a daily chart, so that puts me in sell mode, which is good. As I say, it's a pair I don't mind trading. New Zealand Swiss in a buy from here. It's a good regular bullish divergence there, below the QQE 50, gone through. It's a high probability setup. Closed half, stop and place, can't lose. New Zealand USD, again, this is a QQE sequence, so buy. It's a valid high probability setup also. Second buy, again, you could do the same. You would have, I don't think you would have got to break even if you'd taken that second buy there. So then I took a third one, and I'm pretty sure I took a sell in there, so I made some money on the sell side. I would have taken that sell, because that's just a screaming take the sell, hidden bearish divergence. Yeah, we all know what I think about that. So that was a definite winner, didn't lose on that. And I took a third buy. This sell here I didn't take. It just didn't meet any of my criteria. And this fourth buy I've taken, the break-even level is that yellow dash line, obviously, and we're still below the 50, so I'm not, even though the MACD Platinum through the 0 level, the QQE is not up through the 50, so sitting on my hands. USD CAD, now this is a sell I'm taking on my normal watch list on Monday, but it's not a valid high probability setup. I've just got to take it because I've got a bit of a problem on that watch list with this pair, and I'm slowly trying to work my way out of it. But on this watch list, I've got a little bit of a problem too, not as bad. Sell here, and that's a valid sell. And look, if you're just trading the high probability method, this is a QQE sell, so it's not, I haven't taken any action, but you wouldn't be in this mess on yours if you're just trading high probability, because this sell here, once it's gone through the 0 level, you would have closed half, put a stop in place. But then this buy presents, and that's based on hidden bullish divergence. Took that buy. Now I think that's gone, yeah, not quite through the 0 level, so you might still be in that, or so the buy was there. Then I've taken this other sell. There's regular bearish divergence there. Keeping in mind, I'm aiming for the 50 level on my QQE sequence there. Where's my numbers? There they are. S2, there. That just helps me, these S1, S2, they obviously not in chronological order, but it just gives me numbers, a reference point for my spreadsheet and my charts and in my comments on my trades. So if I write up I don't know if you can see it, I'll see if I can bring it up. Yeah, I'm on a different different platform, different account. Hang on a sec, pause. All right, so we're on the USD CAD. We can have a look at I just had to pause the video and brought up my platform here. So here's the USD CAD trades, all down here. I've got a mixture of, I think is there 8 hour one there? There's 8 hour one there. So any that hasn't got 8 in front of it's off the daily chart. So you can see how I mark them up. QQE, S2, trade 4, QQE, S2, trade 1. Well, that's New Zealand, but you get an idea how I mark up. So I cross-reference all these to the spreadsheet and to the chart, what you saw on the chart. So it just helps keep track, hence all this coding, it just makes it easy for me. And I'm going to take a sell here on, and as I said, it's not a valid high probability setup, but it's going to give me, at the moment I'm hedged because I've got sell, and buy, so 2 of each. This will be the one that breaks the deadlock, so this will be a third sell, and that'll break the hedge. And I'm not sure where that'll be. I'm not sure where the overall break even for the sells will be, and I don't know where the sell is, obviously, until I take the trade. All right, USD Swiss franc. going nowhere fast. We've got a red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level. We've just gone sideways. It's been, you can see all the trade signals there, and you just have a look. They've been, like that one's a good sell there. I probably took that. I'm not sure if I took that buy. I definitely would have taken that sell. This buy I didn't take because it didn't, or did I? I think I did. I think I stopped out. I might be talking to myself here. I'd have to check the spreadsheet because there's a good support level there. So I probably would have taken that and probably stopped out, I'd say. So just taking little base hits on the USD Swiss franc by looks. No trades on at the moment. USD Japanese yen. There's always got to be a yen pair somewhere. It's giving me a bit of grief, and this watch list no different. One sell trade. You can see it's all above. It's all QQE type trades. It's a valid MACD platinum. I'm in DCA mode. 1, 2, 3 sells. Haven't had an opportunity to take any buys, so I've got 3 sells. There's my break-even level. Not the end of the world, but we're just not getting there, are we? USD Singapore dollar. I'm taking some action on Monday. I was in this one sell, and there's a buy. So this sell here is regular bearish divergence. That sell there. Now, if you were trading just a high probability method, you'd probably be closing half and have a stop in place. You should be out of that trade. You would have been stopped out, probably a break-even sort of result. Then this buy is definitely a valid high probability with hidden bullish divergence, and this hasn't gone anywhere. Then I've got this sell, which I took, and it's not a valid high probability setup, but it's still a QQE sell. That's trade 2, still above the 50 level. So I took that sell. It gave me an overall break even for all 3 trades. It gave me a break even for the 2 sells. Come Monday, because the QQE is now through the 50 level. On Monday, I'm closing, I can read my notes there. I'm closing T2, which is this one here, sell, and closing 0.2 of T. That should be T1. I'll have to change that. And I'm also closing the S2 trade 1 buy. And I'm going to set a stop at 130.369. So it puts me in an overall lose position. The swap on this pair is a little bit big on the sell side, so I'm probably not going to make much. I'm not even sure why I trade this pair, just a little bit. I like Singapore. It just gives me it moves pretty much the same as all the other majors, you know. So it's a pretty stable economy, Singapore. That's it, boys and girls. It's a little bit different, I know. If anyone's got any questions about the other watch list, there's really, if you just read my daily reports, I cover everything on that. What's the time now? Nearly 5:30. I haven't had breakfast or lunch or dinner, and it's 5:30 p.m. So I'll have to get some food into me before I start drinking beer. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. And if you, like I said, if you've got any questions, hit me up in the Telegram or Facebook groups, or email me or whatever. All good. Stay safe. Thank you.